we're not just talking about teaching about American Indians, especially for Native students. There are indigenous methodologies of educating young people around the world, and how important those were, and what can we learn from those that might be valuable to reincorporate, back into the education system paradigm, really, that we have now. And that's especially important for Native communities themselves. We're working towards greater sovereignty and greater self-determination, and education is a major vehicle towards that end. Culturally responsive teaching is really about what we teach and how we teach diverse populations. It's a combination of pedagogy, curriculum, actual instructional delivery, the attitudes and beliefs, I think, that we bring to the classroom. Really, it's about a responsibility to know, understand, respect the various backgrounds, cultural heritage, whatever it is that students bring to the classroom, to have an awareness of that and to utilize students' prior knowledge, which comes from their families and their homes and their communities, and in my case, even tribes, and building off of that. I think culturally responsive teaching can be most clearly seen in the relationships that teachers have with their students. I think it's also demonstrated in how we teach, the instructional strategies that we employ in the classroom, as well as, what we teach, the material, how inclusive are our textbooks and the additional materials, our lesson plans that we bring to students every day. When you have a teacher that shows you respect, builds relationships, works at understanding, our communities and our cultures and our identities, that can really create a circumstance where children will go anywhere and imagine new possibilities and problem solve and really become, the kind of young people that we need and we want in our communities. One thing that's very important to me when working with teachers is to understand and reflect on the sort of cultural space, the cultural identity that you bring to the classroom, and how that presents itself, how that is really what children see and hear and interact with on a daily basis. And without being culturally responsive, you're never presenting anything else in that space for children that desperately want to have a sense of belonging. They want to feel empowered. They want to feel as though they're valued and respected in their classrooms and in their schools. And it isn't always easy, and it's not always comfortable. You have to stretch and grow and be willing to sometimes get things wrong and ask questions. When you see that sort of inclusive environment, you know it. You just know it right off the bat by the ways the students and teachers are interacting. It just becomes so enlivened. And that's just always the best spaces to see.